Hello everyone, good evening from Tokyo. Today I have a great pleasure to speak with a new member of personal branding program, Kyria. So you are originally from Taiwan, but now
Yeah.
you're living in France, in Paris. Please introduce yourself to our community and let us know how you became who are you today. So why in Paris, why personal branding? So
Thank you, Edward. It's really my pleasure to join the group, to know many other people who are interested in personal branding, and to speak today with you all. Yes, I come from Taiwan, and the past 15 years, I work mainly in marketing development, brand development. I work from Taiwan and started in finance, and then most of the time work on marketing. And after that, I moved to Paris. So the past 10 years, I was in Paris. And that after that, I worked as a consultant for a short of time as well. And now I'm a professional coach. So I work on professional coaching for international managers and entrepreneurs, and also personal branding programs for people who look for differentiate himself or herself to succeed by being different, and to really find the passionate part, the most extraordinary, beautiful part of oneself. I think, Edward, you will be agree with me for personal branding. That's the beauty of personal branding. So why I become who I am today is just because during the like 12 years when I was in brand development, I started to wonder if an artificial brand can be so different and make an impact like you see all the luxury big brands can do in the world. Can't you and me, like, we are born different already. Everybody has his own DNA and all cultural background, and we are really born differently. We grew up differently. Can't we do even better than just a brand that artificially built? Because when I work on marketing, we spend so much time on crafting the concept, making the package and advertisement to shout out, to differentiate from the competitions, to be really different, to make the impact, to appeal to consumers, to build on relationship. But actually, that's we do every day as a human being. We build relationship with other people all the time, and we do have our own characters. It's just that I feel like many people don't be aware about how different they are. So I started to question myself about this. I'm saying that if I can do brand development, can't I do like human brand development? And as you know, when you find a super idea, you're probably not the first one. So that's also my case. I understood that actually there is somebody who already started this kind of philosophy, this kind of creative ideas since 1990s, like 10 years after my birth. So I joined this like a big family of personal branding. And I realized that it's actually everywhere. It started in the United States, and after that, I met the pioneer of personal branding in France, who's Beatrice Cuvillier. I think you know her daughter as well, Lola. So I met them.
Lola
And
was one of the first interviewer on this platform.
yes, exactly. Yeah, so I met Lola, I met Beatrice, and Beatrice became my mentor in this beautiful journey. And myself has been through this journey as well to really understand what's the essence in personal branding, what's the philosophy, what's our belief. And today I become myself also a coach of personal branding, and as well as professional coaching for international managers. And so I become who I am today just because I found through personal branding program something really different on myself versus other people. It's just this love that I really want to find the best part of everybody. I truly believe that everybody is born very beautiful, and sometimes we just ignore this fact. And I think when we can live to the most of our beauty, and the life can be so complete. And also, one of the concepts that I love so much about personal branding is about giving but not receiving. Actually, when we think about personal branding, it's about how I can be contributing to this world with my special part. There's a unique contribution that everybody can do for the world. And there's a unique group that's looking for exactly people like you or people like me. Like if we say it in a commercial world, every product is calling for a certain group of consumer. We call it target group, right? So everybody, when we're born, we meant to serve a certain group of people that feel the most touched or most benefit from what we do.
Thank you so much for sharing the story and concept of how you convert something which you learn in a marketing department, and then you realize that actually every product has something unique and find the target market. Same with the people, but people sometimes don't think about themselves as a brand. So yeah. I think it's very interesting. I had a similar experience when I compare the experience from the media agency with personal branding, and then I found there is actually it's almost the same, because you also have something very unique sales proposition, and your target audience who will be attracted with your personality. So what wakes up you in the morning? What is your passion today? What was your reason to wake up every morning, and what motivates you?
As a coach now, the reason that make me so passionate every morning is that I'm going to meet new people. Actually, I was a super organized person, and I cannot live without my agenda. Like everything has to be planned so that I feel prepared. But since I became a coach, actually I cannot know what my clients will tell me before I meet them. Mm-hmm. Like even if we book an interview, an appointment, I don't know what this person will bring into our conversation, and so every day is an adventure. That was hard for me at the beginning, but now it becomes the most exciting part of my life. Like I am so excited to meet a new person and then to learn a new story every day. And even if sometimes they bring just their difficulties, but I feel very grateful to participate in their difficulties and then to look for the solution together with them. That's my passion today. And as you said, now after COVID-19, it's a new normal today. And what I feel that the personal branding become more important is that I really believe a new era where everything comes from heart is coming. Because for like decades, we live for cheaper, quicker, more efficient, and people work like robots. But today, I think during the lockdown, mm-hmm. everybody had more time to stay with himself and to really think about some essential questions. And then we spend more time with our family as well. We've been never this close, like for 24 hours, for 2 or 3 weeks. Like in France, we're locked down during 8 weeks. That's a lot, actually. Especially in Paris, the apartments are very little. So we are kind of forced to think about the essential questions about the relationship between ourselves with ourselves first, mm-hmm. And then with our family, with our work, with like everything around us. And I think that will make us change somehow in our mindset. And as we know a little bit better about ourselves, about our real preference, about our relationship with people around us, we will want to know more about people who are giving a service or people who are selling something to us as well. Like, I think this authenticity becomes more important. And that's why in this new period of time, we can call it post-COVID-19, mm-hmm. I'm really looking forward to a different world than before. I think it's coming, even if we don't feel that so much at the moment. But I think the world is gradually changing now.
And how your business is looking right now, and what is your plan for this year and upcoming years? Are you planning to do something to expand your business? You are happy with the current volume? Just give us idea about your future plans.
My current business right now is a joyful chaos. Because I did have a lot of plans. As I said, I was a super organized person. Like I have my target, and especially I came from brand development, like big companies. So I did my budget, my plan, like yearly plan, social media plan, and everything. And puff, there's COVID-19, and then I had to cancel all my atelier. That means workshops, like face-to-face workshop, group workshop. I had to cancel everything because now there's social distancing. Yep. But I learned one thing, that I just need to move with the flow, and we'll see what will happen. So actually, I'm redoing everything now. I cannot stay with my old plan. I have to adapt to the new things. But at the same time, it's interesting to see how many people get online now, and they get much more interested in coaching in distance. Because before, people kind of believe that coaching face to face is more effective, but now they start to realize actually in just conversation, there's already magics, and there's already the self awakening by just the conversation, and that's a bit. I think that's more. Maybe sometimes that's more difficult for the coaches, but that's a new adventure. That's a new challenges that make us be more precise to the point to serve our clients, and I like that actually. And for the next year, since I don't have a concise plan this year, I don't know about next year. The only thing I know is that I will try to drive my business more online. And I think that needs more creativity to think about the programs that didn't exist before. Because now we think about online, we might think about just social media, I'll post something. But posting things doesn't mean that I will drive sales, the actual sales to our business. Yeah, I think you agree with that. And also, since everybody can be a self media, I think clients don't like they don't need more contents because there are contents everywhere. You just need to Google it. But again, in personal branding, I believe everybody, if you show enough clearly what's extraordinary on you, you will have your own fan, and the clearer you are, the the better and the clearer your fan will be, the more solid your group will be. So actually, I think what people need is not just content. They need somebody that they can identify themselves. They can relate themselves to this person who create the contents, and so that we can create actually a real relationship even in distance. And then after that's the business, and that's what I'm working on now. Actually, I'm still learning, to be honest.
Thank you for being honest. And totally, I mean, I'm laughing when I see my plans for 2020.
Yes.
It's totally different. And for people who will find something which is attractive for them to maybe reach out to you, what is the best way for them to contact you, and maybe what languages you are using for your coaching sessions, and how that works? Is that one-on-one or is that one on many? Just give us idea.
Okay. My service is divided in two big parts. Either it's professional coaching for international managers and entrepreneurs. So that's everything about your challenges in your professional life. Relationship or your work performance, everything. The other big part is personal branding. It's more about a global view to discover, or I can say uncover the best of you, and then to create a new life, leading yourself towards the realization of your long-term project. So my service is provided in 3 different languages. It can be English, French, or Chinese. And I have my official website, which is divided in 3 parts as well, in 3 languages. And I provide always the first exploring session for free. So this is a very important session so that we can clarify together the objective, and then I can give my advice of which kind of program is the best for you. And then when you agree to continue work with me, if you feel that I'm the right coach for you, otherwise it'll be painful if we need to work together for like next 3 months or even 6 months. So I always give the first session for free to make sure that my client feel like working with me and what I'm providing is the best. Otherwise, I can always introduce this person to other coach that I feel like better for him as well. Yeah, that's no problem. It's like this. We have the first session, and after that, most of my program is really one-on-one. But for personal branding, for my VIPs, I create a group among them to have a monthly exchange. Otherwise, it's always one-on-one by hours, like 1 hour of professional coaching or 3 hours of personal branding based on the flexibility or availability of my clients.
So
Mhm.
I would like to ask you if you can share something about how do you think personal branding is important in this new normal, but if you can use French and then Chinese.
So I'm gonna just repeat what I have said earlier
Mhm.
in English, but this time I speak in French and then in Chinese.
Yes, please.
Donc pour moi, le personal branding aujourd'hui devient de plus en plus important après le COVID-19 parce que vous savez tous que à Paris, pendant 8 semaines, on était confinés. Et du coup, nous avons eu vraiment beaucoup plus de temps avec nous-mêmes, avec nos familles, avec notre travail. Et donc pendant ce temps, je crois que beaucoup de gens commençaient à vraiment réfléchir sur eux-mêmes. Quelle est leur vraie préférence, leur vraie relation avec les gens qui sont chers pour eux. Et donc, après cette période, en effet, on va commencer à réfléchir. Quel est le sens de notre vie? Quel est le but? Quelle est ma mission dans ma vie? Quelle est ma vision surtout? Et qu'est-ce qui est vraiment extraordinaire en nous? Alors, si aujourd'hui on vous vend quelque chose à quelqu'un, en fait, après cette période, en effet, on commence à réfléchir aussi. J'aimerais connaître un peu mieux cette personne qui me vend quelque chose, parce que maintenant, je connais moi-même plus soi, bien sûr. Et après cette période, je crois que personal branding, c'est vraiment le meilleur moyen qui nous fait sortir de la masse. Vraiment, si je veux vivre avec la différenciation et l'aliment de soi, je veux être moi-même étant différent et je n'ai plus de peur de montrer ce qui est le plus beau en moi-même. Et en fait, ce qui est important pour moi aujourd'hui, c'est que le personal branding, il ne s'agit plus de recevoir quelque chose, de mettre en publicité de moi-même, mais de vraiment penser à qu'est-ce que je peux contribuer à ce monde. Parce qu'en effet, il y a un groupe de gens qui sera le plus touché par ce que j'offre. Et ce que j'offre, c'est vraiment ce qui est unique en moi. C'est ça ce que je pense aujourd'hui après cette crise. Personal branding, c'est vraiment une piste pour revenir à nous-mêmes et de penser à contribuer au monde selon notre vision. Okay, voilà.
And in Chinese, maybe just shorter version.
Okay, and okay, now I'm started talking Chinese. 所以说在我们这次疫情之后呢，其实我觉得在疫情期间，很多人都有很多时间可以回到自己内心的想法，去感受到自己和自己家人或者自己工作之间的关系所以今天我们会更加从内心出发，因为如果我们想要卖一些什么东西的话，对方也会希望能够更加正式的认识我们，因为他也更加认识他自己。那 personal branding 个人品牌，其实在讨论的是对这世界的贡献，而不只是说我想要给自己打广告，然后得到一些东西。
Wow, this was amazing experience and in the energy of how you're expressing and I mean my feedback to you is I enjoy in each language and you feel confident in each language and that's a very high level of understanding because that's philosophical level of the language which is not easy to touch takes years or years of practice. So congratulations on this, and I think this is a good I would say invitation for discovery session. Thank you, and we are very happy to have you in our community, and we are looking forward to learn from you and sharing the tips, sharing the good insights, and help entrepreneurs, business owners to grow and to understand more how they can have a clarity in order to attract the right people in their life, customers or friends. And I'm very, very happy and that we have you and looking forward to work together, do some joint venture or whatsoever, just exchange experience. It's beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm very grateful about this interview today as well.